What's going on? So today I wanted to hop on here really quickly and just share with you guys some ideas, some practice tips, ideas. And I want to show you like kind of what I do in a practice when I'm working through some things, right? I want to focus in on I want to play some chords, but I want to try to keep it super simple, right? So I want to focus in on some simple chord progression, something that's going to help me to kind of remember what I'm doing. And then from there, I want to kind of expand a little bit. So when you're first learning how to play guitar, you want to keep something that's simple, something that's melodic, something that's going to sound really good, that you can you want to duplicate, you want to keep going over and over again. And so today I want to show you a progression in the key of E major that I like whenever I'm learning how to, not even learning, but just practicing through something that I've got, but I want to kind of perfect it even more to make it feel good. I want it to sound good. I want it to feel good. So these are various things that I try to do. I try to keep the progression super simple. I don't want it to like overcomplicate it, because if it's overcomplicated, then I'm going to be like, it's probably too hard. I don't want to do it. So let me take a pause for the cause right here. If you're brand new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe and click the bell to be notified. Also, too, just to give you guys a brief snapshot of who I am, because some people are probably like, man, I don't even know who this dude is. I've been playing guitar for over 20 years. I've played with some of the industry's top artists. I've had the opportunity to really work with people like Tyrese. I've worked with Jason Derulo. I've worked with the Black Eyed Peas. I've worked with Tori Kelly. I've worked with Ledisi. I've worked with Chrisette Michele. I've worked with Grace Weber, Kiana Lede, Ty Dolla $ign, 2 Chainz. I mean, I have a wide range of different kind of music that I've played, but I'm in a spirit in a season of I want to give back. So I want to just like make sure that like I'm equipping guitarists with like tools that are gonna help them be successful. So it's enough chatter. Let's get to the plan, right? So I'm gonna bring you guys down here so you can see what I'm playing. So I'm playing in the key of E major, right? So I'm starting out with a major 7, but I'm gonna do this progression in the key of E. So I'm playing an A. So I'm doing the minor 7, the major 7 shape, the A major 7, the A flat minor 7. Then I'm gonna go to C sharp. So it's almost like everything is right underneath each other. Then I'm gonna slide down 2 frets, go to the F sharp. Then I'm just gonna play that. It's like I'm gonna play a 9 chord, but just for those who are trying to, figure out the progression. B, that pinky, back to the 1, which is the E major. So it's like. I'm gonna pat the strings in order to keep myself like in the timing. 2, 3, 4. So there's other elements that I want to like work on too when I'm doing this. I could start to work on hammer-ons a little bit to kind of stretch out the chord progression. So don't just take it like, oh, I'm playing a song and that's it. But I'm going to use this song in order to like start to stretch out a little bit. So when I'm playing the chords, so I'm like even that whole palm muting, I'm resting my hand on the edge of the strings in the back. Now I'm going to chromatic down. And I'm going to do a beat like an A triad. But with my thumb, I'm going to play that B in the bass. how to add various like spices to what I'm playing. That simple line, those 2 strings placed in the right place is going to make that much of a huge difference when I'm playing. So it's really cool. One of the techniques that I tell people a lot of times is when you're playing a song that you already know or something that you're kind of creating, it helps you in order to kind of expand with different, like just small subtleties. You don't have to wow them with a whole bunch of hammer-ons, double stop movements, and all that other stuff. And if you're like, man, what is he talking about? I highly encourage you to go check out kerryscamp.com, where we do lessons on double stop movements, hammer-ons, and all types of stuff. We show you stuff that's in the video chord library. That website is KERRYSKAMP.com. I don't want to just, like take a pause for the cause and let you guys know exactly if you're just trying to figure out what is he talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. These are some things that I'm talking about. But going back into your practice routine, playing scales can get mundane, playing various chords can get mundane, playing riffs can get mundane, but how do you fuse it all together? So it's really cool to find like a progression that allows you to kind of add some of those elements all together. You can be playing like different riffs. So you can add the riffs to your playing. You can do like various solo moments. There's various things that you can do in order to kind of stretch out your playing. That's the idea of what you want to do in your practice time. Now, if you're brand new and you're just trying to figure out like, oh, I want to make sure I can play the regular chord. So you want to play that open E. But even when you're playing like the regular chord and you start to figure it out, this little phalange, this pinky can do a lot of amazing things. So you can kind of change and augment how the chords sound. You hear that? And I encourage you when you're doing that, also figure out how to play it like in various places. Tune a little bit. 1 second. Let me get in tune. It's really important whenever you're playing to make sure you stay in tune, so the way the guitar gives you the same tone every single time. Because what happens is if you're not tuned, you're going to be playing stuff that doesn't necessarily sound or familiar to your ear, and you're always trying to guess. Even though your hands are in the right spot, it's just not going to sound the same. Okay? So it's really important whenever you're practicing outside of you just doing your regular scale, that when you're creating like the different kind of progressions. I tell my students a lot of times, playing a progression, something that you're familiar with, will help you. And then just introducing a new technique. So we were talking about playing the progression. The A major 7, the A flat minor 7, C sharp minor 7, F sharp minor 7. We're gonna play that B9. Back to the E. So all together it's like, and I want to introduce like the slide, just that simple like da-na-na-na-na-na. That's the new thing that I want to introduce to my playing. I don't want to do anything else outside of that until I really get that locked in and perfected the way that I want it. Because I heard it in, and I mean, I'm just talking for the sake of talking, but I heard it in a progression and I really like the way that it feels. So it's brand new to me. So I want to try to figure out how can I add that, just that movement, to something that I already do. So I'm going to use a progression that I already know and try to find out how to add this in there. So. So I want to try to play it enough times around that I have it like in a sense where I really have it underneath my hands. You have to develop that muscle memory. If you don't develop that muscle memory, it's going to be hard. You may know it up here, but you may not be able to articulate it right here. So it's really important to really lock that in. And it may feel like, man, I'm playing the same thing like 5 times or 10 times or 20 times in a row. It's boring, but that's how you're going to develop that muscle memory, okay? You got to develop that muscle memory. That's going to help you remember how to play various chords or riffs. So those are just some different kind of practice tips and ideas that I want you to think about. Whenever you're learning a new concept, play it in a progression that you already know and use that until you just have it underneath your hands. If you don't use it, just because you know it up here doesn't mean you're going to be articulated right here. You have to develop that muscle memory. So it's one of those things like when you're learning a new concept that you kind of have it underneath your hands a little bit, even if it's a lick, if you're trying to learn how to do a lick, or if you're learning like how to introduce a new chord into your progression. So let's just say like I'm trying to perfect how to use like a major 9 chord. I already know this progression because I've been doing the major 7 the whole time. So it's just instead of going to that major 7, I'm going to use a major 9 because I like that chord, because I heard it like, oh man, that was cool. I want to start playing in a progression that I already know so I can start to implement it and use it. If I don't use it, I'm going to lose it. So I have to develop that muscle memory. So again, just playing that chord progression. So you want to do it enough times to where you have it to where you're not guessing to where you need to go in order to do that riff. Now, I'm not saying that like it's not going to be difficult. Yes, it's going to be challenging because you're learning a new concept. So while you're learning that new concept, it's okay to try to figure out like, oh man, I don't know what to do. Like it's taking me a little bit of time to really get it on my hands. I'm frustrated. It's okay. That's part of the process. The thing about playing guitar is just like for those that play sports, right? I think I was talking to Jules the Wolf over the weekend and he was saying it's like playing baseball. Now, if you don't practice swinging and getting that bat off your shoulders, doesn't matter if you used to hit like 300 back in the day, you're not going to be able to do it. It's going to take some time to really try to figure that out. Just like playing guitar. When you're introducing a new concept, you just have to be patient with yourself. Give yourself some grace when you're trying to figure out how to get these things underneath your hands because it's brand new. Okay, so I don't want you to feel frustrated like, oh man, I'm trying to learn this new concept, but it's just not working. Give yourself some grace, break it down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just take the time to break it down, break it up into small pieces so that way it feels more natural to you whenever you're starting to do it. Also, I just wanted to give you guys, for those that are not familiar with Kerry's Camp, just give you like a little snapshot. I know I introduced some chords that you guys may not be familiar with, like those chords or whatever. So I wanted to like show you about the video chord library so you guys know what I'm talking about. If you're brand new to Kerry's Camp, if you want to check it out. Right here, we have the video chord library, right? So we click on the video chord library and then you can see some of like my favorite chords that I play in each key. You know what I'm saying? So I'm scroll through real quick just so you can see. Let's just say we were talking about the C sharp major 7. Let's just, as an example. C sharp major 7. All right. Just like a little brief snapshot so that way, like, you know, for those guys that are curious about Kerry's Camp, like, what is it like? What all is in there? I'm just trying to figure out how to do whatever. Especially for those guys that are trying to figure out, you know, how to make their chords sing and trying to add more stuff to their video chord. I'm not to their video chord, but actually add more stuff to their chord library. We got stuff like that all the time. We got like stuff on soloing, stuff on, I mean, just various types of techniques that are really going to help you grow as a guitarist. And if you're trying to, you know, check that out, it's KerrysKamp.com. So I'm only sharing this because I've had a few people reach out to me and ask me like, what is it like? What is it like? And if you try it out now, you can try it out for 7 days and it's no cost. It's just, you can say if it's right for you, if it's not right for you. So I just wanted to drop on here really quickly and share some different kind of, practice techniques that'll help you really expand your playing. Whenever you're introducing a new technique, play a progression that you already know so you can start to add it in there. And it's going to be easier for you to remember. Remember, you have to work on that muscle memory. If you don't develop that muscle memory, it's going to be hard for you to have it like you have it up here, but it's hard for you to translate it and have it right here. So play a progression that you already know, that you're already familiar with, you don't have to guess, and introduce that new technique. That's going to really help you stretch out in your playing. So I just want to hop on here really quickly, just give you a quick little nugget. Like I said before, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, do so. Click the bell to be notified. I'm going to be hopping in here from time to time, seriously, dropping some lessons, dropping some nuggets, because I want to just give you guys a whole bunch of information that's going to help you become a better guitarist. If you're looking to try to go even deeper, I highly suggest that you try out Kerry's Camp. We just had, we do something called Kerry's Corners. It's really dope, where I get like some of the industry's best guitarists, some of the social media guys that are like killing it. We just had Jules the Wolf on Saturday. So I'm telling you, I don't want you to miss out on it. It's like a clinic style where we get to sit at the feet, ask questions, open it up to the students, and the students get to ask questions like, yo, how was it when you did this audition or when you did whatever? Questions that you never get a really chance to ask when they're on stage, you get a chance to ask now. So it's something for you to check out. Again, it's kerryscamp.com, KERYSKAMP.com. You guys have a great Monday. All right, y'all stay up. Y'all keep doing what y'all do. I want to definitely hear your feedback. So if you got a comment or something like that, drop it in the comments below, and I will definitely read it. Y'all have a good one. Stay up. All right, peace.